We're fringing scarves and it's starting now. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from ElizabethMadeThis.com, helping you sew something creative. If that is up your alley, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. So I am starting a series about just making a bunch of really quick and simple gifts for the holidays. So lots of people like to sew things for their family members, but when you start sewing stuff for people, sometimes it can get super overwhelming. So my goal in this is to just give you some quick and easy ideas that will just help you make some stuff for friends, but also feel like, hey, I made something for people. So I actually did this series a couple of years ago, and I'll link the playlist in the description box below. But today I want to talk about making fringe scarves. So I have been making a couple of fringe scarves lately. I made one for Fabric Mart for a post, and I remembered how much it is that I love fringing. So I made a full tutorial on my blog, and I'm going to show you the video version of how to do that today. So we're starting with this wool plaid that I talked about in another video, and I'm going to show you this is the non-sew version, and then there's also the sew version. The sew version takes a little bit longer, and it's especially going to take a little bit longer because I've got this inch-long glorious fringe, which takes a little bit longer to produce. If I do something like this without sewing, it's not going to take that long, but it's also not as gloriously fringy. But if you're going for something really quick that you don't even have to sew, then this is totally the way that you want to go. So let's get into the tutorial, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can cut this situation. So you can cut it from the cross grain, and then you don't have to use as much fabric, which is awesome, right? Every time you can get away with using less fabric, that's great, right? But if you do cut it that way, you are subject to whatever the width of the fabric is. So I think this one is like 48, 50 inches, something like that. I didn't measure it. I'm just guessing, just off the top of my head. It could be up to 60 inches. If it's more of like a flannel width of like 44 inches, that could be kind of short for a scarf. So kind of think about how wide it is that you want your scarf to be, and kind of gauge that from there. So if you cut it on the cross grain, less fabric, yay! If you cut it on the length on the actual grain of the fabric, then it'll take more fabric. Not a bad thing. Then you can cut a couple scarves from it. Also thanks, whatever way you cut it, cut yourself a good old size rectangle of fabric. You need 18 inches times however long it is that you want it to be. Okay, for the no-sew version, this is so easy. So you want to take the selvages of the fabric and just cut them off, but cut them off really close to the edge, And if you're lucky, they might just fringe themselves, which is exactly what happened. So I want to go cut that, and I started pulling on it, and it fringed itself. People, how easy was that? If it didn't fringe itself, get yourself a good old darning needle, and then you're just gonna take out a thread and just pull it. That's it. That's all you have to do. And then you just want to do the same thing along the long edges of your scarf too. And this will take a little bit longer, but if you're just doing a couple threads, it'll be really quick. It'll be really quick. And that's how you can do it without sewing anything. It is a good idea to run like either a zigzag stitch or a straight stitch kind of close to where your fringe is gonna stop. That way, in case you do wash it, it's not gonna fray on you. But if you just wanna get this done, and you just wanna make this scarf really fast, don't sew it. Just no sew, people. So that's how you do the no-sew version. Now let me show you how to do this one with the more glorious doubled fringe. It's really cool. So take your scarf and press up 1 inch hem allowance on all 4 sides of it. And I am pressing towards the right side, which is kind of different, but you can always press the other way. I just wanted that very tiny little slight contrast difference. Now you want to start stitching really close to the intersection of the corners, and we're going to use a zigzag stitch and just stitch to seal in that raw edge all the way down one side there. We actually need to go around all 4 sides, but I'm showing one side at the moment. when you have gotten all the way to the end of that seam, this is the weird part, we're going to grab a pair of scissors and you're going to slip your scissors into that hem, and you're going to cut right along the fold. This is going to expose the edges. So now you have two edges, and it's got 2 layers, and that's what's going to make our double fringe. So now you want to repeat that process with the remaining 3 sides. So again, we're starting really close to that corner, the intersection of the corner where they fold over, and we're going to just fold over those edges and seal them in with the stitching, and we're going to snip up the edges with our scissors. And now you want to grab a darning needle and just start fraying the edges. So just stick the needle into the raw edge that's exposed there, and just start pulling out threads. It will start to look messy, and if at any point it gets too messy, then just trim it off and just keep going. Just pull out the edges. This is definitely something that you want to do when you have a good movie or something to binge watch. So that's your finished scarf. Now if you want to wear this and you want it to kind of drape in front like that, take it like that, right? And I'm going to kind of go behind me. My hair is probably going to get in the way, so, you know, it's what happens. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of drape it up here. Tuck it in. Kind of, you know, just arrange it like that. That is one way. And if you want to, you could put like a little scarf pin or something like that. That's always nice. I like that because then I can wear it all day and I don't have to keep rearranging my scarf, which is nice. So that is one easy way that you can wear your nice little fringy scarf. So those are 2 different ways that you can make a fringe scarf by yourself. Super easy, super simple, definitely something that you can do while you're watching a movie kind of thing. Not a hard task, but sometimes pulling out those threads can take some time, but so just enjoy the process and love wearing your scarf. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that DIY blanket fringe scarf thingy. There's lots of other stuff going on here on Elizabeth Made This, so go check those out, and I will see you later.